Traci Reed here today with a flip through of my massive October daily album. I'm not keeping this all in one album, but I only have one album at the moment, so it is bursting at the seams. So today we are going to do a flip through. I did a speedy process video for every single page in this album over on my Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, you're missing out on a ton of content over there as well. Obviously, I've been a little bit MIA over here on YouTube while I'm doing that. So you might want to go over there and check it out. I'm at Traci M. Reed. But let's go ahead and walk through what I made. So obviously I need another album, but I used a combination of collections in this album. I used my October Mood collection and my Hearth and Hollow collection and a little bit of my Harvest Moon collection. So those were all of my autumn collections that I created this year, so I used all of those. I also used the Cocoa Daisy Gather collection and the Cocoa Daisy Umber and Gold collection. Those were their two fall collections. And then I also used some older stuff as well, like a line I designed for Recollections a million years ago, a Halloween line called Midnight Magic. And then I have a spread in here of with my line for Simple Stories a few years ago, which actually was a digital line called Ghouls Like You that I turned into a paper line called Happy Hunting. So you'll see a whole mix of collections in here. This is from October Mood. This is one of the Traveler's Notebook signatures that I used as a cover. Then we have Umber and Gold, and so I just used a large photo for my opening spread and decorated it with leaves and some embellishments from Umber and Gold. This is October Mood, and it is all about me decorating the home for Halloween. So we've got daytime and nighttime. These are actually just two different places in my living room that I decorated. These were all the books that I read or am reading for Halloween. I actually read 3 of these, and this one was on hold at the library. They keep popping it up for me as available, but I'm not available. I'm reading a different book. I'm reading the second in the Black Witch series. They were all great. My 2 favorite were the Black Witch and Cemetery Boys. The XX was fine. It was cute, not deep or anything like that. I haven't read this one yet. This is actually my Ex Libris Galaxius collection, which is all about reading, but it has a magical vibe to it, so it worked for this spread. This is a digital collection by Studio Flurgs at Simple Stories. I forget what it's called, but it's one of her Halloween collections from this year, and I chose it because it has this little like dancing skeleton guy, and we're like dancing with skeletons, so it was super cute. And then I have this page here that is just a 4-up. These are in stack size from Life Crafted that come, like, you can order them with the albums. So I just did a little divider page with sequins and then little mini layouts on this side. Then we have this one, which, okay, so our plan was to binge watch Halloween Town, and we made it through the first 2 before we just could not take it anymore because these movies are absolutely terrible. They're just super hokey. So what I was doing was I was putting Finn's snarky comments, because he's got a mouth on him. I was putting Finn's snarky comments behind these banners here, but I think we're just gonna have to gear ourselves up and watch the last 2 because I have to finish this page. This is my October Mood collection with a old freckled fawn alphabet. These are all on brad hinges so they can swivel around. Here is a cut file that I offered free on my blog. My blog is just tracireed.com/journal. There are 4 cut files in this. Oh no, there's 3 in this album, and then a 4th one that I have in my regular Life Crafted album that are all free on my blog. So this is the October Mood collection again. We did hot chocolate with little ghost peep marshmallows. October Mood again. This one is about the earrings I bought from OK Cutie, which is a friend of mine's brand. She makes clay earrings. They're so cute. So I did this like flip pocket where you pull the tab. Sorry about the cats. I think I'm going to apologize for the cats for the foreseeable future all the time. I used the backing that came with the earrings to create this pull tab, and it pulls down and it has journaling here. And I also have these layered butterflies that I cut out and stitched the butterfly trails, and these are just stapled down. Here is the Harvest Moon collection. We went to, we took the day and had sushi together, and then went to the hippie rock shop is what we were calling it, and bought ourselves some crystals. So I have these are like 2x2, and I just printed out what we bought, like photos of what we bought and then what they're called and what they do, and then created a title for the rest of this. This is the Umber and Gold collection, and my older kids got to go to Dollywood with school, so this is like a documentation of their day at Dollywood. And then these both open up for revealing journaling and just some extra fun embellishment. This is the Harvest Moon collection again, and this is a fun one. Here's another cut file that is free on my blog. This is a caramel apple on a stick. You can't really see the stick, I covered it up too much, but what's really cool about this one is that the journaling pulls out, so there's like a little pocket back there for the journaling. Super cute. This was also when we went to the hippie rock shop. This is a digital collection at Sweet Shop Designs by Amanda Yee and I believe Megan Mullins. And I printed one of the papers on transparencies for a little divider. Then I just kept it really simple with the babies. We got black cats for Halloween, so I had to document them. These are all embellishments from the collection that I printed out. Here is the Cocoa Daisy Gather collection, and this was a really fun video on my Instagram. I watercolored all of these leaves, so that was really fun, and I stamped over the top of them. This was, my kid got to go with a friend to Pigeon Forge, actually a bunch of friends, and stay a few days in Pigeon Forge in a cabin. So that's what this is about. I still need to get that journaling done. This is that old collection from Michael's that I designed for Recollections a million years ago called Midnight Magic. It's black and purple, and we watched Muppets Haunted Mansion, and I felt like the vibe of that collection just really worked with like the whole Haunted Mansion feel. This flips up for another photo as well as journaling. This is actually the end of the first album. This is about as much as will fit in one album. And so I made a apple cider donut loaf cake from Bon Appetit, I believe. And I just yanked their photo off of the recipe and then added the recipe to this page. You can see it's front and back. Used an actual insert for this one, and then I have this tag that flips out and talks about my journaling. So this is the beginning of album 2. So I've got like a divider page to open up the album with a journaling card tucked in. You can see it just pocket. And then here is another free cut file on my blog. It says, "'Tis the season to be folly," and I cut that out on vellum, and then I didn't know how to adhere it. And then I had the brain capacity finally to realize I could just put it in a page protector over the photo that I wanted it to cover, and it worked out perfectly. This one I amused myself by going for a run dressed as a pumpkin, called it my pumpkin run since I wasn't participating in any races this year. I have like olive green pants on and an orange shirt. So then I did a page about that. This is wow, day 17, and it is a before and after. It's called The More Things Change, The More They Stay the Same, and this is the Hearth and Hollow collection. So this was last year with Loki, who unfortunately passed earlier this year, and our new kittens doing the exact same thing, sleeping on my lap while I work. That's what my animals love to do. There's hidden journaling here. This is the October Days collection, or October Mood collection, sorry, again. So this is about Spirit Week. My kid participated in every day of Spirit Week, so I've got these flip-ups. I created each of these little collages in Photoshop and then just printed them out and adhered them to make it easy. Then I added die cuts over the top. So this was like each of the themes. I did this page in green and yellow because those are the school colors. So it's mostly green and yellow. Day 23 is always our anniversary. So we were 17 years strong this year. So just a simple page using the Hearth and Hollow collection. I loved this tag with it. It was perfect. This is a digital collection from Kristen Cronin-Barrow at Sweet Shop Designs. It is called Hocus Pocus Co. And I did a page about my oldest painting nails black. So this flips up to reveal journaling. I used all the black and white from this collection. It has pink as well, but I just pulled out all of the black and white. And then I also added like puffy paint to the background to add to the mixed media that I printed, just to kind of give it a little bit more depth. And it also has some sequins as well. Ooh, this one doesn't even use a collection except for a few scraps down here because I created this whole page with ink blending on this side with Catherine Pooler inks and a bunch of stamps and embossing. So I used the stars and this constellation and this title. Those are all from my stamp set that I designed. It's actually from my Ex Libris Galaxius collection, the stamps from that, but then we turned them into actual stamps for Catherine Pooler. It's called Light Reading. That's the stamp set. So I stamped a whole bunch of stars and embossed them with white paint or white embossing powder, and then just decorated. These are from Cocoa Daisy rub-ons. And then this is a pocket that has a bunch of photos in here that I wanted to include but hide because, you know, they're teenager selfies. So all right, we're getting to the end here. It's getting a little full. So we've got day 26. This was actually a page about the wisdom of my youngest. I was lamenting that, I'm stuck here. I was lamenting that I really didn't do as much for Halloween as I normally do. It was a crazy month. It's actually a crazy end of the year for me with design work. So I was a little bit upset that we didn't do it up big this year. And Finn asked me if I was going to dress up for Halloween. And I said, probably not, because I'm really tired this year. And he said, well, that's understandable. We're in year 2 of a global you know what. And I just was struck by the wisdom of a 10-year-old versus me, who was just thinking I was failing as a mother. Can't let the season go by without some spooky selfies or some cute selfies. So I used some filters and just created this page with my Happy Haunting Ghouls Like You collection. Little girly fun page with a nice collage across the center. Oh, I didn't glue this one down yet. So now we're getting into Halloween. So this is actually the story of this costume that my son got from a kid at school. So my son's friend was having a birthday, had a birthday cake at school. She didn't want the rest of the birthday cake, so he was carrying around this birthday cake. And this kid was like, oh my gosh, is that birthday cake? And he decided that he would trade Josiah 2 bites of birthday cake for this kangaroo costume, which if I was that kid's mom, I'd be mad. But we ended up with this kangaroo costume, and both Patrick and I ended up wearing it. I wore it on Halloween. Patrick wore it for a work contest that he won because nobody else dressed up. So this has a pocket here, you know, kangaroos and pockets that I just stuck some tags in with my October mood collection and the journaling. I don't know what they got over there, but they just decided to be super, super loud and annoying. And then last spread, we've got the October mood collection again. Now this one's really fun. This is all Halloween, but it's my last 3 stories. So story 29 is all of us trick-or-treating together. Story 30 is, let's see if we can make this visible. So story 30 is carving pumpkins, and I ended up blowing up a illustration from my October mood collection, a pumpkin illustration, a jack-o'-lantern illustration. I don't know if it's on here somewhere. Well, no, it's not really it. But I had these pumpkins with these lines that I drew for the collection, so I ended up just separating the lines and the face and printing them or cutting them on glitter cardstock, and then I cut out the pumpkin shape on one of the papers, And then I inked the glitter cardstock, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is still glittery sort of through the ink. I just really liked the texture of it. And then I just used it as a divider. Again, these all have process videos on Instagram if you want to watch how I did that. And then this is the story of the adult part of Halloween, and how I got a jello shot from a police officer in the neighborhood, so that was pretty funny. And I just used, for both of these pages, I used Traveler's Notebook signatures to make the pages, so they were super easy and fast to put together. And then the closing page is another Traveler's Notebook page, Traveler's Notebook signature. So this will be much better once I get another album, but that is my 2021 October daily. I hope you enjoyed the flip through. Make sure you're following me over on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Traci and Reed. Oh wait, I just said that. And also there is a link to my blog in the description box that has all of the links for all of these products. Bye.